Second must have, proper descriptions of goods and services. And the reason I put proper in there is because you want to be as specific as possible so that, again, all roads lead to litigation. If you have to enforce your contract or you have to interpret it, you want to make sure that you have language in there that covers what you're saying. So, for example, if you have goods that you sell, you might want to include product types. You might want to include SKU numbers of what that product is. You might want to include color, definitely quantity, like how many cups you want to buy or how many, boxes or whatever the case may be. Be specific of what that contract is covering. Um, it's less it's less specific sometimes when you have services, because in a service it's not as objective as when you have goods, so it's very subjective. So if I do a service for you, who knows if the client is happy, if the customer is satisfied or whatnot. I say for my clients and their services agreements, be very specific in what you include. So for example, if you do consulting, what does that consulting include? When you say you do business consulting or you do some other type of consulting, what specifically does that include? You may want to write in your contract that it includes doing an initial 30-minute consultation. It might mean putting together a report. It might mean a majority, there's just so many things that you can do with
Right.
consulting. And I'll give you a personal example. My legal services is also a service agreement. So you'll see if anyone retains me, the first thing I do is I tell them what it is that I'm going to do. So if contract writing, since we're talking about contract writing, I will tell you, I'll consult with you, I'll draft it for you. You get one round of revisions, meaning you go through and you tell me everything that you want to change and we can discuss it and we can change it. And then I give you a final product. Now, why do I do it this way? Because I learned from my mistakes from when I first started practicing. And I will have clients come back to me 6 months to a year saying, I need all these things changed. And it turns out to be a whole new contract because they decided to change your business model. Not doing that anymore, right? So if I didn't put in my services agreement that I cover this, and this, then it leaves room for interpretation that the person can come back on the contract that I've written 6 months later, decided to change their business model, and then have me rewrite it because I didn't put an end to the services that you're paying me for.
Oh,
Right. So
okay.
again, this is trial and error, learning by my own mistake here. And I'm saying that as a personal example. And you look at what you're doing if you're in a service industry. Where is the end mark? What is the end when your services are complete? Do you have a way in your contract where you can solidify that something is completed?
Right.
Because again, service is very different from goods. Goods is quantifiable. I send you, you're buying cups from me. I send you the cups. You have the cups. We're pretty much done. When you're doing a service, who knows when that service is going to end? So
Right.
you have to have something in your contract that says specifically what you do and specifically when that service is considered over. It can't be like when the client is satisfied, because that gives too many contingencies where the client may
Right.
not be satisfied and may not pay you, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that's not what
Okay.
we want as business owners. We want to make sure the content on Minding Your Business is for informational and educational purposes only and should not be construed as specific legal advice. This show discusses general legal issues affecting business owners. Opinions of the guests are not necessarily that of the show. If you need assistance with your specific legal issue, please consult with a licensed attorney.